We're going to be looking at AUDCHF. We'll only begin to look for buying opportunities if this market breaks this level. If I see something moving in a range, double tops, double bottom, leg is the neckline, broken the neckline, went up, came back to retest, and then is heading back. Having a double bottom on a downtrend is not something you want to see. Trap. It broke our trend line, proving it's ready to come down. That's 1,300 pips. You look at it from the bigger picture, from the monthly, weekly, daily 4-hour chart, you can see clearly where the market is headed. What to do is just position ourselves properly to jump into the trade. So long as it's trading below the swing high, it has eyes on the support area. So what is it going to do? That we are going to find out. Hello guys, welcome to another trade alert video. Now in this video we're going to be looking at AUDCHF, right? And we'll see if we've got any trading opportunities. Right, the pair is already moving in a downtrend, as we can see on the monthly time frame. This is an interesting one, I must say. We can't draw this from here, it's going to be really funny. So we're going to do something. Would rather draw it with this guy who looks more reasonable. Okay, cool. And then we'll get rid of this guy like so. Perfect. Okay, so overall we're moving in a downtrend, as you can see on the monthly time frame, and this is very important. So it helps us know what to expect if you're taking a sell trade when the price is overall moving in a downtrend. You expect your moves to be smoother and faster, right? It has less resistance to the move. Okay, but if you're trading against the trend, sometimes we could get trading opportunities against the trend. But the thing is, you shouldn't be surprised when you find your trade taking a long time to hit the level, right? Because you see it's going against the trend. But the market could provide counter trend trades for us because they are support and resistance levels. In a downtrend, if the market hits your support level, what are you going to do? If it hits your support level and respects your support level, of course you could jump in for a buy trade, right? More preferably reduce your risks. If you usually risk 3%, since it's a counter trend, you could reduce your risks to 1 or 2%. Personally, we leave our risks the same, very consistent. We don't tamper with our risk percentage, right? So as we can see, it's already in the downtrend and it's been moving in the downtrend from inception. Isn't that interesting? It's just been going down from inception. Okay, so currently we see the price is very close to our next support area, our next major zone, but for some reason has just been struggling to hit there already. You see how the first candle came, spiked, it did again, came, spiked again, spiked. Now we're having an indecision candle. Yeah, so what does this tell us? The market is having difficulties pushing down, is having some difficulties pushing downwards. It's very close. It's doing this similar thing with AUD USD, right? And these pairs are correlated to a good extent. So little surprise if it does this, but overall we know the price moves from zone to zones. All right, it moves from zone to zones. This is very important. We started from here went up, hit our 50% level in between the zone. 50% of this zone and this zone, that's the 50%. In our previous video, we showed you how some pairs respect the 50% level of two zones. When you find that, you have to take it into consideration. You find that you have to take it into consideration. Now, so it came to our 50% level, played with it a bit. On this, on the monthly, played with it a bit, took about 1 2 3 4 5 6. How many months is that? Quite a long time, you see. So it took 1 2 3 4 5 6 months. That's like half a year. So it played around that level for half a year. Interesting. Now you can imagine how much money people have lost. Because usually when the market is ranging, people tend to lose a lot of money because it's best when it's trendy. So when it's ranging, you're not sure if it's going up or coming down, and it plays with your psychology. So when it's supposed to be going up, right? Okay, and you're taking buy trades and it goes up, comes down, hits your stop loss, goes again. By the time it does that for 1 or 2, 3 times, it's going to mess with your psychology. You now be like, okay, I think the market wants to come down. So you now start trying to go down and then it eventually goes up. You get very interesting. Yeah, so the reason that happens is because you're looking at a very narrow picture. Usually that happens in a lower time frame. When you look at it from the bigger picture, from the monthly, weekly, daily 4-hour chart, you can see clearly where the market is headed, right? So once it hits here, what we expect is for the market to come down, right? We usually draw a trend line from the previous what's it called, support area. All right, we'll draw a trend line from the previous support area. I'll show you this on the 4-hour time frame. All right, and once that trend line is broken, then it's ready to reverse. But if the trend line is still being respected, it's a good sign the price is still going up. So at some point it broke our trend line here. So when it broke through the 50% level, we were sure it was continuing, it was ready to continue going up, and we kept going up with it, and then it finally broke our trend line somewhere about here, proving it ready to come down. So if it broke our trend line there, it means it wants to come back to this base. See how easy that is? How easy that is. So if you have that information, it means all the trades you're taking should preferably be sell trades. And when you open your sell position, your target level should be this base. So you're playing all the way from how many pips? How many pips would that be? Let's quickly look at that. Where's my ruler? So playing all the way from, let's say somewhere around here down to this area, that's 1,300 pips, right? So all you need to do is just take the trade and you close your laptop and go and chill. You do other things with your life. That's the definition of your money is working for you. You don't have to sit on the chart all day and every day, right? So it's because it broke that trend line, we are certain the market wants to come back to the support area. If it doesn't hit the support area and it comes, the only reason we're going to believe it's ready to go back up is if it breaks this swing high here. If it's, so long as it's trading below this swing high, it has eyes on the support area. Is that clear? That's very important information. To all trades we have taken will be sell until the market tells us otherwise, right? Until the market tells us otherwise. Okay, let's look at the weekly time frame and see what we find. Okay, let's get rid of this guy and this guy. Okay, on the weekly time frame, what can we see? Same thing, moving in a downtrend. Let's try a line from here. Still moving in a downtrend. right, in an overall downtrend on the weekly. So monthly down, weekly down, right? That's very easy to do, very easy, very easy. And just like we saw on the AUD USD, AUDCHF also created double tops, right on the trend line, and then it reversed down. Okay, so that gives us an idea as to where this price is going to. It just further confirms our bias, right? It just further confirms our buyer. But if you look at this a little bit closely, what we are noticing now is a double bottom. Now this is usually a trap. This is usually a trap, right? Having a double bottom on a downtrend is not something you want to see. It's not something you want to be seeing. You want to be seeing double tops and head and shoulder patterns and downtrend patterns. You don't want to be seeing reverse trend patterns. But this is the reality of the market. So what does this tell us? What does this mean? Could it mean it wants to reverse? Is it possible it wants to reverse? In our opinion, this is not a reversal pattern we would trust, because it's in the middle of nowhere, right? It's right in the middle of nowhere. It's not on a support area, it's not in a resistance area, it's not in the 50% Fibonacci, it's not on the trend line, it's just in the air, right? So we can't rely on this at all. We can't rely on this as a reversal pattern. So we're just going to keep watching. We're just going to keep watching to see how it plays out. Let's look at the daily time frame and see what we find. Do we find any valuable? Now on the daily, it appears it wants to be moving in a range. It appears it's moving in a range, this range and this, right? It appears moving in a range. And this is interesting, right? So you have to be very careful and smart not to allow this trick you into taking premature trades. But apart from that, AUDUSD daily time frame doesn't really show us any more information, or unless we are drawing. Okay, let's draw our trend line from here down to the base, and then we get rid of this guy. Okay, cool. So I think we can work with this on the daily time frame. So what does this look like? It appears the market is just playing around, wants to fulfill this level, wants to hit that trend line and then decide whether it's going to go down to this or it's going to go up again, right? So what is it going to do? That we are going to find out once it hits the level. But up until then, we're just going to be watching it, right? If you look at the 4-hour time frame, okay. So on the 4-hour time frame, what you find out is the price is creating some sort of minor counter trend line. So let's just draw this up until here to see how this plays out. You see it's creating a counter trend line. Seems to be just right on its way to that other trend line there, and then we'll now know what to do. All right, this also, you are going to have to sit on our hands and watch how the market plays out. In fact, I see something right here. It appears the market created some sort of double bottom right? We'll call this as one bottom and then the second bottom. So if that's true, it then means this is the neckline, and if that's the neckline, then this is the leg. Yeah, right. And if that's the leg, it means the market has broken the neckline, yeah, went up, came back to retest, and then is heading back to this leg. It should head back to the leg, and it's not there yet. It didn't complete the move on this side. Okay, let me get rid of all of these things. It's making my chart look very messy, and I don't like that. Quickly, I will see what I. Okay, so nope. All right, what's that? Okay, cool. All right, so this is the neck, this is the leg, and we expect the market to hit here. So what this means is most likely it's going to hit this leg at this point. Most likely. So we won't be surprised to see that happen. We're already expecting it. You get. Now this doesn't mean this is what is going to happen. Doesn't mean this is what we want to happen. If it happens, cool. If it doesn't happen, not our problem. If it doesn't happen, it means it's going to break here, creating an entry for us, a sell entry for us to go down to the base. You get. All we need to do is just position ourselves properly to jump into the trade. Did you get it? So don't beat yourself about if you do some sort of analysis and it doesn't play out like that. When you analyze the charts, what you should be doing is just looking out for possibilities of entries, not necessarily strictly insisting that the market will do this. The market will humble you, bro. It's going to humble you. The market doesn't work like that. It doesn't care. Market doesn't care about your opinion at all. Doesn't. So you just position yourself for entry. If it does this is what I'm going to do, and if it does that, that's what I'm going to do. You understand? If it doesn't do this is how I'm going to react, and if it doesn't do that, this is how I'm going to react. That's what you're expected to do when you're analyzing the chart and in preparation for a trade, right? So if it doesn't come up to this place, it's not our problem at all. It doesn't change a thing. We are looking for a sell opportunity. That's what we want. The only reason we're going to look for a buying opportunity, let's see. Okay, let's go back to the weekly time frame to see when we'll begin to look for buying opportunities. Okay, so we said up here, down, it broke here. Cool. Okay, so we'll only begin to look for buying opportunities if this market breaks this level, if it goes beyond that swing high there, and that's like going to be a long time. So up until then, we're just going to be looking for sales. Just sales. You get it. It has to go up. Even if it breaks this trend line, it's just a minor trend line. You get. It's just a minor trend line. So it could break that trend line, come up here, and then head back down. You get. So what you don't want is to be on the chart, you place a trade, and you don't have peace. You get it. You can't afford to be doing that every time. You've got to know where the market wants to go, get into the trade, and then move with the trade, move with the market, right? Don't fight the market. The market will win you. Look. The market has been here for as long as, where was that? 1994. Okay. Oh, there's even more stuff. 1980. Can you see that? You get. It's been there for as long as 1980. You get. So it's a pro in these things. Your job is not to beat the market. Don't beat the market. You cannot beat the market. Leave the market alone. Right? Just what the market wants to do, follow suit. That's all. Don't try beating the market to your waste. I don't know. Don't do that. It's not necessary. Alright, guys. So that's our take for AUDCHF. We're gonna be looking at this and see how it plays out. we're going to be looking at this and to see how it plays out, right? I'm trying to look out for any other sign that we should be concerned about. Not really, not really. Okay guys, so that's it from us. That's it. So you add this to your watch list. Let's see how this plays out. You could as well join our VIP channel. We're going to send the signals there once this is ready for entry, in our opinion. Alright, the link is going to be in the description as well. We'll also put the link to how you can calculate your risk for cryptocurrencies and currency pairs, right? Because it's very essential, very essential. Alright guys, see you in the next video.